back to East Idaho, everybody. Today we're in Gilmore, off Highway 28 between Mud Lake and Salmon. And this is just an old mining community. And then we'll take you up to an area called Meadow Lake. It's up, I think the lake's right at 10,000 feet, if I remember right, or close to, so it's cold up there. In fact, they have to plow it open, usually for the 4th of July weekend. They have to plow all the big snow drifts out and cornices. So, but this was an active mining community down here up until like 1957, 59, somewhere in there. This building here behind me, that was their general mercantile store. So it's all private owned now, and a lot of it's torn down and let go. A lot of vandalism happens before they got it all saved. It was quite the store for them. I'll read some of this information over there and show it to you too. Neat area though, because you can come up here. There's easily a week's worth of riding to do up here. All the different, each different canyon has more trails and roads, and you can go clear over into the Lost River Range. It's endless. So great place. There's nothing, no hardcore rock crawling or any of that, just all trails. A lot of it's just old mining roads and logging roads, but if that's your kind of thing, there's a lot of the little mining communities just scattered throughout here and mines to go see, so come check it out. The main area of Gilmore went bankrupt in '31, but a lot of the people kept mining and kept their residents up here until into the '60s. But it was started or discovered in the 1870s, and then they really started mining it by 1902, and up through the 20s was just thriving. But Fred's going to tell us about the railroad that they brought in out of Montana. And I think it was, what, 1911, 1912?
About 1911 or 1912, they finally built the railroad. It come from Montana and come over the summit, right just over by Meadow, come into the valley, and then out here it makes a big loop. They would come in here and turn the train around. That railroad totally changed everything because they could transport people, minerals, the mine, ore. So it kind of changed everything, and then it just kind of played out. And I think they said they made $11.5 million out of these mines, and then about 1931 it was all done. So at its peak there was, what, over 600 people lived here.
Yeah. So yeah, it was quite the little community up here, and they lived here year round. And this is at about 7,500 feet and right in a pass, so the storms just pound this. It'd be a pretty brutal life up here through the winter.
Yeah, you definitely want a pool hall and a couple bars or something, you know, just to keep you from going nuts. But they had to fight snow. Everything they did up here was either snowshoes or, you know. Then they finally got the train and it had rotaries on the front, so they could kind of plow their way in here. Anyway, that's kind of the history of Gilmore.
Neat area to come ride. Bring your families and spend a week. It's like I said, you can't get up. Usually, you can't get up to the lake until 4th of July. They'll plow it open.
Right.
There's that much snow up here, and like right here, it's 80-some degrees right now. When we get up to the lake, it'll be 70. So it's awesome, and this is the end of August, so it's a great place to be.
Every canyon on this whole front has mining buildings and mining activity in it, and roads. There are roads everywhere, and if you want just a place to putter around for 4 or 5 days, excellent place.
Yeah. And there is a little community Leadore that's where that train came through out of Montana, but it's only like 8-10 miles up the road, and there's a couple stores or a restaurant there and a couple store. So they did have gas the last time I went through there, but I haven't been up through there for a while. So
Yeah, I think they still do. Yeah, still have gas.
I wouldn't bet your life on gas being there, but typically you can get gas and diesel there. So
Yeah.
just an old ranching community out here is the main support of this area anymore. So mining's pretty well done and regulated into the ground, so not much of it left anymore. Can't see down in there very well, but that's the mine from all these little shacks that we just passed. And these are the tailing piles. When they were mining this ore from down in the ground, hard rock mining, they have areas that's just dead, overburdened, not containing what they're after. And that's what all these great big piles are that you see dumped out here. Then when they hit a good strike of the mineral they're after, whether most of this area is copper, but they would hit good pockets and then they'd haul all that ore down and refine it. So, and this area they mined up until I believe like 57, 59, somewhere in there was still active, productive mines. So a lot went on here. Looks like somebody took a wrong turn somewhere. be a heck of a ride, one of those old mine trucks out of here, going off the side of that. Just, you wouldn't stop. Yeah, here's an old mining camp. I'm sure it was like the chow hall and all of that. Part of a mine going in the hill here. That would have been a shaft right there originally. It's fallen in. These logs are all axe cut and hand hewn. Most of them are still pretty well round, but so they didn't mill them down by axe all the way. Looks like the ridge had been changed once though, and that's got saw cut logs. Some of the upper logs in here are saw cut. Most of these are all axe cut. Those guys are tougher than me for sure. Most of these old mine shafts, the local government and all of them have made them blow them all closed so that you can't go in them anymore. So hard to find them. They're still open, either gated, but they've blown most of them closed, caused them to collapse. So you'd have to work awful hard to get a go see. That's how they used to load the, originally it was wagons, and then they switched over to big trucks, like grain trucks and just big dump trucks. They would haul all that in here out of the mines, dump it in there, and then they could dump it down in the box of the truck and the wagon and haul it off to the train. Well, welcome to Meadow Lake. Cute little glacier-fed lake. It's just fed by the snowfall runoff. And even right now, you'll notice nobody's out there swimming. It's just brutal cold. Kids will during the hot part of the day, but it's pretty rough swimming. And good fishing out there. Fishing game stock it, so you used to be able to get your fish and game license in, or your fishing license in Ledore. I'm not positive if you can or not, so if you come here and you want to fish, make sure you get your license before you get up here. There's mountain goats you'll see up here in the evening and early morning. Cooler hours of the day, you'll see the mountain goats up there running around. They're little babies. It's pretty cute. They're not too scared of you when you go up by them. I imagine hunting season they're gone, but it's a pretty cool area. These guys been out doing some fishing today. Fresh dinner for them.
Yeah. This is our first time up here.
Where are you from?
Idaho Falls.
Okay.
I've lived here my whole life.
Never
I've been up here.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
Looks like the fishing's pretty good still today.
Yeah. I've got 5 of them.
Nice.
I was hoping to limit out, but that last one's the most elusive.
Yeah, it always is.
Trinity quit playing with them, please. Had fun though.
Good deal. Well, that's the end of another great ride, everybody. Thanks for coming along. The Gilmore area, Meadow Lake, all this, Ledore, just a great place if you want to go spend a week and just ride around, see different country. Nothing super challenging. There's some that are pretty rough, some that are a little tight, but it's a great place to take a family and go and spend a week and just enjoy the outdoors. So thanks for watching.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.